No dobra. Czyli mamy już 4. śledztwo. Pod kołami. No nieźle go grzmotnął. Raczej chyba
All
na
right, gentlemen, I
mas.
just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site. The coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
Już się chyba naprawiło.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
I can tell you're lying. Your lips are moving.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Biekapskie.
I think he's a bit of a
Come on.
gangster, but he treats me nice.
They weren't even his prints, and he still
I
confessed.
recognize that guy from the
I
papers.
don't want to be rude,
He's a
but I ain't
cop.
got time for
No
talk.
dobra, to pojedźmy. Zobaczyć. No miejmy nadzieję, że teraz dobrze.
Looks like the DA is going to press charges, and Rodriguez might do time.
I'll speak to the DA. She suffered enough.
I don't know, Cole. She's an easy make, and the DA likes convictions.
I'll convince him to let her go.
How do you do that?
Give him something better.
No, troszeczkę, jak to powiemy, od kuchni strony wjechaliśmy tam.
Detectives, over here.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Dick is a white male named Lester Patterson. Walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there, and he ended up here. Dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar. Name is Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the yellow brick road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now, we're going to take a look around.
No dobra. To szukajmy dowodów. Kapelusz. No nic nie wnosi do sprawy.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. Poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Sprawdźmy. Jola, coś ci pokażę. Patrz. Przesłuchanie Denata. Widziałeś, kto cię zabił? Dobra, tutaj nic. Nie, zobaczmy ręce. No to nieźle się przejechał po tym asfalcie, bo widać, że ma... No dobra, może coś masz tu. No cię proszę. California Firelight. Odbiór pańskiego zgłoszenia. Aha, czyli ma podniesioną polisę na 5,90 z 3,70. Czyli tym sformułowaniem, że co kurwa, wiemy, że to nie on podniósł. To nie był pan Pattison. Wiecie co? Mi to przypomina, jak się ogląda te programy, wszystko. Jak się ogląda te programy, to wszystko, to mi to kryminalne chodzi o to. Ha! No,
We can
no
notify
to.
next of kin. What have you got on the victim?
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
No dobra. Szukajmy dalej dowodów. Ładnie go odrzuciło.
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Z tyłu, zobaczmy dalej.
Never the same, are they?
This blood is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
No tak, ale widzieliśmy. No właśnie. Bo on hamował faktycznie.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
No dobra. Lecimy dalej. Co macie ciekawego?
I think I've seen it all.
Oj, coś tu było. Czekajcie, poczekajcie. Coś.
Careful where you're stepping, Phelps. I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on your desk.
Nie. Tu gdzieś. Phelps. Coś jeszcze? Nie. Nie, no to już sprawdzałem, no. Nie. Dobra, gra mnie oszukuje. Tu sprawdźmy. Haha.
knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit-and-run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they bag the knife.
No to jest dziwne. Nie wracając do mojego przemyślenia, mi to przypomina coś jak te programy kryminalne na Crime Investigation i
It's
inne.
all yours, detective.
Dobra, w rzeczach. No i tam wiadomo. No. Żona podnosi oczywiście polisę, aby zabić męża.
Courtney, come in.
Tylko patrzeć, kiedy moja podniesie
Have a
polisę.
seat.
Thanks, Doctor.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Tak, ten doktorek mi się bardzo nie podoba. Dobra, to idźmy przesłuchać tą...
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Nie, no mówi prawdę. No ale widać.
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first three letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
Kręcimy, no właśnie.
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things are pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
Thank you, Miss Perry. Your information has been very helpful. You can go now.
You really think so? I hope you find that driver and put him away.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
I tak więc, jak widzicie... No o, jest taki program. Kobiety, które zabijają. No to jest czysty przypadek właśnie identyko co do tamtych przypadków. Niezrozumienie z mężem, wielkie kłótnie, po cichu podniesienie polisy albo wykupienie jeszcze kilku polis na męża, potem taka żona z kochankiem.
No offense, fellas, but having cops hang around ain't exactly good for business.
Potem żona z kochankiem obmyślają plan zabójstwa. No, coś takiego. No dobra, porozmawiajmy z nim.
I'm Detective Phelps of the LAPD.
How can I help, detective?
Name would be a good start.
Dudley Lynch. Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Aj, kręcisz, normalnie kręcisz.
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Nie, teraz już nie kręci.
Not one of your favorite customers?
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch. I'm going to need you to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
You get anything out of the regulars?
Tak.
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Thank you.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Sorry, Phelps, do you mind if I get on with this?
No dobrze, no. Chciałem z tobą pogadać tylko, no. Aha, czyli lokacje. Dobra, no lećmy tam.
So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
She could be in shock. I saw some people do some strange things in the war after their buddies died.
Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work. You don't think, Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
Minus 211 in progress, 933 South Broadway. Any center unit able to handle identified?
Kogo tu jedzie? Pomóżmy chłopakom.
Minus 211 in progress, 933 South Broadway. Any center unit able to handle identified?
Car 11 King responding. Go ahead.
Car 11 King, 211 in progress at the United Artists Theater, 933 South Broadway, 11K, code 3.
Jesteśmy praktycznie na miejscu.
Now remember, you call the cops and I'll hunt you down. Got me?
Too late, asshole.
God damn it!
Zjeżdżaj, człowieku, kurwa, widzisz, że policja sygnał, a ten se jedzie, kurwa, bez troski, idiota.
Get up there after him, Phelps!
troszkę nam ten pościg nie wyszedł.
You can drive.
Dobra, sprawdźmy. Coś jeszcze tam w tej restauracji mamy załatwić? Coś mi się nie podoba tutaj. No właśnie, dlaczego ja mam jeszcze tutaj wrócić? Coś się tu nie... On tak leży cały dzień. Bo ja nie rozumiem, dlaczego mam się tu wrócić? Przecież ja już go przesłuchiwałem. Tu już trzeba znaleźć. Już ten desen.
So this is why everybody comes to Ray's.
No dobra, to idźmy tam, zobaczmy. Taka para butów. Ja jednego poszlaka nie odkryłem, tak? Jeden poszlak. A przecież go przystygowałem. Powiem tak. No to jest ten testament. No ludzie, no... Czekaj, może ja coś tu źle. Może tu? No dobra, czyli jesteśmy świadkami, jest baga. Ewidentnie pokazuje tutaj, ale no przecież...
Never the same, are they?
Widzicie? Pokazuje... ale przecież ja już go sprawdzałem, no ludzie na miło. Dawaj, chodź. Czyli to jest baga, nie to.
Can you drive to this one?
KTI Radio.
son of a bitch right there.
William Shelton?
Yes?
It doesn't look good, Shelton. You packing your bags and making a run for it? You know why we're here.
Yes. The accident.
We've got witnesses who can put this car at the scene, not to mention the physical damage. This is open and shut, Shelton.
That coward thinks he can run from everything.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
No wonder he killed someone driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Go on, get after him!
All right, I give up.
How does a vehicular manslaughter rap sound, Shelton?
I hit him. I admit it. I just panicked, but it wasn't my fault.
What do you mean?
The guy jumped right out in front of me. He came out of nowhere. There's nothing I could do about it.
Why didn't you stop?
I've had accidents before.
That's it. We're done here. The DA is gonna love you.
They weren't all my fault. I'm a surveyor. I need my license for my job. There were people around. A woman and a man were standing right next to him. I thought they could get him to a hospital. I'm telling you, it's not my fault.
The guy is dead, Shelton.
You can't be serious.
William Shelton, you're coming downtown. We need to talk about a manslaughter charge.
Leave the coroner and the paperwork. Procedure can wait. We should probably go speak to the wife and let her know what's happening.
Okay. You become all heart at the prospect of paperwork, don't you?
Dobra, no.
You're behind the wheel.
You believe him?
I believe he didn't mow down the victim on purpose. The rest of it stinks. His boo-hoo story about being a surveyor and not wanting to lose his license.
Well, we'll see how he enjoys surveying the same tiny room for the next 10 years of his life. You make a mistake, you face the consequences. You don't run off and hide like some little girl hoping it'll all go away.
People make bad decisions in the heat of the moment.
Well, I'd like to see him try that one on the judge. If he had time to clock who was at the scene, he had time to make a choice.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here.
I beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the Green Widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Ty oszczędności. Ha, pewnie, oszczędności. Cholera jasna. No ale przecież...
Sabo has no money. This place can't be worth much. Where is the money coming from?
My father left me this house and some money. Lester took out a second mortgage. I held on to the money and kept my mouth shut. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject.
A dlaczego mi nie zaliczyło?
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all.
Sprawdźmy jeszcze raz te zwłoki. Ja muszę wrócić, bo to proszę ciebie to jest coś nieprawdopodobnego. Przecież przeszukiwałem te zwłoki. Wróćmy do koronera. To jest jakaś porażka totalna.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
To jaja jakieś są. Dobra, wróćmy jeszcze raz do tego baru. Spójrzmy sobie, no tak. No moby, no. Czekaj, to kuźwa. Prowadzisz.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line. Good looking for a policeman.
Phelps, batch 1247. I need this car.
Daj spokój, chodź.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Kurwa. No zbagowałem, no przecież przeszukiwałem to wszystko, no. Chodźcie jeszcze raz te zwłoki przeszukamy, to ewidentnie mi do tych zwłoków. Że nie... Są jeszcze te zwłoki? Nie ma.
You need to take this up with Leroy.
Mowy, nie no to jest... Dobra, lecimy do kosnicy. To jest jakaś paranoja, no. Mi się kuźwa...
You know the way. You can drive.
Wow, that looks like a beauty.
Przecież znalazłem tą całą kurde... Ten o polisie podwyżki.
Nice thing about egotists, they don't talk about other people.
Tu, nie tu.
That's the guy from the papers. Solve that.
We can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax.
No przecież znaleźliśmy
Second
ten
puncture
nóż.
reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Hey, what are you doing?
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Przecież to jest jakiś żart.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up!
bases covered, baby.
I had nothing to do
You
with it.
think I'm gonna fry for you,
He's
Lorna?
a crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake!
It's too late, Sabo. Sabo, stop or I will shoot!
Oh, God!
No oczywiście, bo będę...
You come any closer and I will pull the trigger.
How long do you think you can hold out? Put your weapons down and your...
Help me!
Nie martw się, panienko. Ja mam zawsze oko.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski.
So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
No ale ja wszystko znalazłem. Znalezione poszlaki miałem wszystkie. Jedną właściwą reakcję nie miałem? Ach, zgadza się. No to właśnie to, że z tą poszlaką. No przecież czytałem tę całą polisę. No i powiedzmy sobie w podsumowaniu, no. Po prostu chodziło o pieniądze, jak już wam mówiłem, no. Jest taki program kobiety, które zabijają. No i większość tych programów składa się do tego, no. Małżeństwo, potem było ćwierć, tyrli, potem zaczęła się kłótnia, żona po kryjomu podnosi polisę mężowi, no i potem jest z kochankiem, trzeba, jakby to powiedzieć, uknąć planu zabójstwa czy morderstwa. No i tak właśnie to było, no, książkowy przykład właśnie tego, co pokazują w telewizji. Na przykład Polsat Crime Investigation. No, taka prawda. Ale no niestety, no zbagowało mi się. Sami byliście świadkami, no, bo przecież przeczytałem, tam było nawet podkreślone, że on ma podniesione do pewnej kwoty tego, no, że kurwa, co? Tak było napisane. No niestety nie zaliczyło. Tak więc żegnam się do następnego razu. Trzymajcie się, hej.